Ryan Charles. And number 22, Joe Swenson. Between the pipe for Rochester, number 30, Trevor Osco. And the wrestling for Rochester Warriors. The head coach of Rochester is Scott Cagney. Now, here's the starting lineup.
Are we live? Okay. We welcome you live here into the LTU Sports Network. Here for the face-off against Rochester, getting underway here at Southfield Sports Arena. Rochester takes possession of the puck to start things off. LTU looking to extend this season-long winning streak to 8 in a row. It's currently the longest winning streak in the WAC Conference, but they're in search of that elusive conference win. Gliding in here, it's number 22, Joseph Swenson, around the net looking to poke it in. A big collision in behind. And now DeFranco poking away with Nurkinen. Nurkinen able to stab it around the net into the near corner. Now up ahead it goes. Here's LTU through the neutral zone. Edward Flood tried to hook up with Thomas Schneider there. The pass was out ahead and an icing called. We'll go back to the other end of the ice. Rochester comes in at 2-23 on the year, 1-4 in WAC play. They have struggled on the road, and it's been a struggle overall this year, but they defeat Lawrence Tech in that first matchup of the year. It was a 6-5 overtime victory. You know they'll carry confidence coming off of that one in LTU in search of revenge. Puck in the LTU end, now fired up ahead, out of the reach of McNulty. And another icing call will send the puck right back down into the LTU end. On the ice for LTU, McNulty and Schneider, along with Parker Hodges. Those are the forwards. And for Rochester, puck goes back to number 7 in red, Luke Zarzicki. His brother Jake Zarzicki also on the roster. Both are certainly effective for this Rochester team. In behind the net, McNulty tries to send it over to Gentile. Couldn't quite get there. Now up the board to the far side. Puck thrown on net, just wide left. Into the near corner. Up to the point, LTU trying to get out of their own zone, having trouble early on here. Now moving in, a shot taken there that goes wide off the stick of Trevor Pody, the freshman forward for Rochester. Puck in the neutral ice, and Rochester doing a good job of controlling the puck early on here. LTU still settling in. Up through center ice. Here comes Trevor Pody. Had it poke checked away. Back into neutral ice we go. DeFranco. The junior carries it through, going into end, get it a shot away, but off the leg of Dylan Nomovsky for LTU. That puck banked off the boards. Back to the point. Here's Fulmer carrying it out into neutral ice. LTU would dump the puck in and get some fresh skates out on the ice. And on the forward check here, DeFranco, a light poke out to the point. Kept in. Now a saucer pass banked off the boards into neutral ice on the red line and carried back into the LTU zone. They'll try to reset here. And they turn it over. Now back up through neutral ice here. Potential 3-on-2 opportunity. There's a shot into the hand of Hako. Trevor Hosko in net today for Rochester, and Austin Petty in net for your Blue Devils. Austin Petty, the senior from Novi, Michigan, and Novi High School. Back up to the blue line. Puck tapped out. A high rolling puck goes back into the Rochester zone. Now fired on back in around the boards. That was by Mitchell McCloskey before he went off for a change. Now back up to the point. Another shot thrown on net. Into the far corner. Connor Victory back up to the point. LTU starting to get a little bit more comfortable here, applying some pressure in the Rochester zone. There's a shot thrown on net, looking for that low slot redirect. Couldn't quite find any bodies in front of the net, and Hosko saw it all the way. Almost 4 minutes into this first period here at Southfield Sports Arena. Blue Devils averaging about 35.5 shots per game. And now they're starting to settle in a bit after Rochester really applied some pressure those first couple of minutes. Puck rolls back down to the LTU end. Chasing after it, Edward Flood. Sends it over to Nurkanen. Now banked off the boards. Up to Blake here. And here's Bouchier with a nice play to tap it back into the LTU end. Now back to the red line it goes. High puck flopped up into the air. Bouchier sends it on in. Nurkanen couldn't quite get it on his stick, but he'll go around the net of his goalie, Austin Petty. Now here's Bouchier chasing in after it once more. Into that near corner, tapped around the net, and we'll get a halt in play. As though we're going to get our first power play of the game for LTU, as Trevor Pody will go to the box. LTU currently 14% on the power play. It's been a struggle with the man advantage this year, 4th in the WAC, only ahead of Rochester's 9%. And Rochester killing 77% of power plays that they faced this year. That's 4th in the WAC. Face-off will come to the right of Hosko. cleared immediately off the draw. Racing in after it. Dylan and Joseph Swenson. Now back the other way. On the left wing, looking to glide around the net. Passes it up to the point. Nurkanen on over to Mackey. Mackey fires, and around the net it goes. Back up to the point. Here's Mackey on across. Now back up. One-timer fired wide left there. Came in off the stick of Alex Schluter. Now the puck rolls all the way down. About 50 seconds into this power play. The second power play units will hit the ice here. Navigating his way through neutral ice. Here comes Schluter. Fires one on the net, well wide. Into the corner it goes for Mitchell McCloskey. He gets it up. Right circle shot. Held by Hosko. Blue Devils at 10-10 on the year, 0-4 in the WAC, 9-2 at home. 1-8 on the road this year. Looking to get back above 500. The first man advantage of the night. And it goes back to the point here. Now on across to the left circle. A shot taken there by Roman Reiner. Now back over. Bouchier had his stick on it for Rochester, but it goes in behind the net. And Mitchell McCloskey able to take it out of there. Smushed up against the boards, though, by the back check of Brian Fonseca, the senior defenseman, trying to halt this power play for LTU. Now the puck goes back in behind the net. And up into neutral ice, it floats back down. Chasing after it, Dylan Nemovsky. Nemovsky holds up, and the dying seconds of this power play continue to count down. Just under 10 seconds remaining now. Puck thrown all the way down the ice. That icing was waved off. And now back in behind the net it goes. And Rochester gets back to full strength here. Back to the blue line. Now up to the red line. Out of the reach of Edward Flood there. But now Flood has it on his stick, although an offside's called. And Edward Flood, the sophomore from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, and Lakeview High School. I thought he might have had some open ice there, but that chance just taken away, and now we'll get a neutral zone face-off. The draw goes in favor of LTU. They'll try to break in here, but a nice play to seal that opportunity off by Miles Levtov. The freshman defenseman for Rochester did a nice job there. Now off the pad of Hosko into the far side. Tapped back around the net. And after it for LTU, Shane Gamrat. He's been very productive this year for the Blue Devils. 10 goals on the year. In on the forward check here. And Rochester just throws this one down the ice. Icing call again, waved off. Here's Nurkanen in behind the net for LTU. He can really skate. And now gets it up to the Rochester blue line, but tapped on back. Here's Nurkanen once more at his own blue line. And now up to the red line. Tried to play it ahead to Mackey, but it was picked off. Now a shot fired and gobbled up by Austin Petty. Ryan Jaros took that shot for Rochester, the 5'8" junior. He has 9 goals this year. That's a difficult shot to stop most of the time. That's second on the Rochester team with 9. Now we'll get a face-off here coming to the right of Austin Petty. LTU takes that draw. 12:50 remaining here in the first period. Puck up to the blue line, off the stick of Connor Victory. Schluter couldn't quite get a hold of that, and it'll float back behind the net of Hosko. Now to the far side. In behind the net, right in front, with a chance there, Jason Tyre. Now floats back over. Schluter took a shot. Looking for a redirect in front of the net was Mitchell McCloskey. Now into the far corner it goes for Tyre once more, but it rolls back out. Schluter unable to keep it in. Austin Petty comes out of his net to hand it back off to Schluter. Fresh skates hop on the ice, and this pass picked off. Here's Bouchier. Icing, offsides called, rather. Bouchier might have had a breakaway opportunity there. He was in all alone. And Rochester, that's an opportunity that they would like to have back. Draw goes back to Rochester. Now on to the red line. Miles Levtov tried to get it through traffic, couldn't do so. In behind his own net, looking to break out. Here's Austin Fulmer, a big collision there. And it might have helped Rochester keep the puck in, although it's floated right back off the glove of Ryan Paulus. The junior, 5'8". In behind the net for Namovsky. He dropped it back, and a turnover here. Shot, and Rochester scores. The opening goal of the game off a turnover. Right in front of the net, it's Swenson. His 7th goal of the year. Joseph Swenson puts Rochester on top off the turnover, right in front of Austin Petty's net. It has been 56 days since the last Rochester win, and they're off to a nice start here. Just 2-23 on the year. Currently on a lengthy losing streak. Looking to snap that on the road. Petty had to come out of his net again there. Parker Hodges sends it up ahead into the zone. A shot there on net. Taken by Edward Flood. So with 11:09 remaining here in the first period, it is a 1-0 Rochester lead. Face-off taps back to Flood, and now over to Nurkinen. Nurkinen sends it around the boards. Here's Schneider in the near corner. Stick handling, crisscross and shoots, he scores! Schneider! With the laser beam that got through and into the back of the net. He ties it at 1 with 10:57 remaining here in the first period. LTU answers right back. That's the 5th of the year for Schneider, the senior forward from Taylor, Michigan and Allen Park High School. Puts it in. And beautiful vision there to notice there wasn't much traffic in front of the net, and Hosko was not expecting that. So we're tied at 1. A fun first period through the first about 9 minutes and 10 seconds here. Big hit along the boards there. Along the near sides, more bodies continue to fall on the blue line. Burns able to scoop it up. Somehow got that puck all the way to the net of Petty. Easy glove for Petty, though, to snatch that one down. And here come the Blue Devils once more up the right wing side. Schluter pumped once, didn't take the shot. Now back around into the far corner. Here's a shot that goes off the side of the net and held. This is certainly an opportune time for LTU to pick up that conference win that has eluded them. Although Rochester has come out ready to play. Swenson sends it across. Swenson's already scored today. Now attempting to throw a puck in front of the net. That was Ryan Jaros back into neutral ice. A nice play there from Mitchell Mikulski to get that puck back into the Rochester zone. Jaros sent a big hit on Flood. Now back into the far corner. Up to Flood. Couldn't quite get a hold of it. Might have been still reeling from that hit. Mikulski sends it around the boards. Into the far corner it goes. Back to the point. Nurkinen took a shot, looking for the low slot redirect. Unable to get anything there, but right in the slot area, and we'll get a stoppage in play here. And Rochester will go to the power play for the first time tonight. We'll get, scratch that, we'll get 4-on-4 action. Unsure of the call here. We'll have 4-on-4 play for a couple of minutes. The referee's still chatting things over with head coach Ken Gaffney. And now we're ready to go with 9:18 remaining here in the first period. Up to the point, shot taken there. Off the stick of Austin Fulmer. Now back out here comes Rochester. Nice play by Fulmer there. Neutral ice. We just heard the penalty come in there. 2 minutes for cross-checking on one side, and then retaliation on the other sent us to 4-on-4. There's Nurkinen at his own blue line, looking to get things going here. 8:53 remaining here in the first period. Through center, here's Schluter, took a shot. Off the blocker of Hosko and into that corner. Mackey sent it up to the point. Now back in low to Mackey. And now we might get some more penalties here with some extracurricular activity going on. Both teams coming in a little bit over anxious and a little bit fractious. Referees will have a chat with the players, and both teams might be limited even more now. With 1:22 left on what was a 4-on-4. More discussion being held here. It'll be 4-on-4, but these penalties will go longer than 1:22. And here we go, face-off coming to the right of Hosko. 1:20 left on this first penalty. Well, it was a penalty on both sides. Here's a lead pass up ahead. In all alone, shoots and scores. It's Ryan Jaros. A little deke move, got in behind the defense and put one in the back of the net with the backhand. That'll make it 2-1 in favor of Rochester, with 8:30 to play here in the first period. Jaros tacks one on, and that's his 7th of the season. Still 1:05 remaining here, but that's now 4-on-3 in favor of Rochester. Real opportune moment here for Rochester. Fanning on the shot there was Trevor Pody. Goes back across, though, for Miles Levtov. LTU shorthanded. They lead the WAC in shorthanded goals, but this is a bit of a different situation here, 4-on-3, as opposed to what would typically be a 5-on-4. They'll swap Thomas Schneider back onto the ice. He has the lone goal for Lawrence Tech. There's a shot on net. Rebound! Rochester scores again. Couple of power play goals. And they find themselves with a 3-1 lead. With 7:48 remaining in this first period, it's been a hot start for these Rochester Warriors, taking advantage of the power play. Now 2 for 2. Couple of goals in a matter of a little over a minute there. And LTU trying to recover here now, down 2 goals early on. Penalty kill for LTU coming in was at 84%. That was second in the WAC behind Michigan Dearborn, but they've struggled early on today. 5 seconds remaining here on what's still a... We get some action in behind the net. Currently in 4-on-4. And we'll get a face-off to the right of Petty. It's tapped back into the corner. Nurkinen throws it down the ice to wrap this up. But now, once again, it's a Lawrence Tech penalty in the box. This barrage of penalties early on continues to hurt LTU. This now tripping. That will have Rochester with a 5-on-4 advantage. They're 2 for 2 so far. There's another shot there. Held just barely by Austin Petty. The 6-foot senior finding himself under duress early on here. 1:39 remaining on what is already the third Lawrence Tech penalty. Puck goes on across. Little pump and shot there from DeFranco. Now we'll get another stop here. It's been a sloppy game thus far, and the penalty to Jaros, who's already scored today. We see him go to the box, and with 1:30 left on what was a Lawrence Tech disadvantage, we'll go to 4-on-4 once more. Second time at 4-on-4 now. And this face-off coming in the Rochester end of the ice. Around his own net, Brian Fonseca. Now up for TJ Burns. On across there. Mackey. Down the ice, here's Bouchier. He can come in on that right wing with speed. Tried to play it for Burns. Couldn't quite get it there. Now breaking out through neutral ice. Parker Hodges made an attempt, dropped it back, but an offside's called. Another tie-up here, a bit more extracurricular activity. These two teams playing a bit of an edgy game so far. Not the friendliest of foes. 4-on-4 for 51 more seconds here. Rochester looking to make their way through neutral ice. They've done a nice job of that so far. Here's Swenson on the right wing. Schluter was in on the defense. Puck hops up in the air. Back to the blue line. Fonseca breaking out of the pack here. Schluter on across, looking for Schneider, who scored today. Schneider couldn't quite get a handle of the puck there. Now he's being checked up against the boards by Zachary Into the far corner it goes. On across and up here. Shift for both teams. That shift ends, and now we get new skates on the ice with just 3 seconds remaining here on the 4-on-4. Lawrence Tech at full strength for about 29 seconds. Here's a puck saucered all the way into the Lawrence Tech bench and out of play. We're back underway here. Miles Levtov gets the puck down the ice. Tapped right on back. Now breaking in here, LTU. On the right wing side, Roman Reiner tried to get something going there, but couldn't quite make it anything. Just 4:43 remaining here in the first period. And we're finally back to 5-on-5 hockey. On to the far boards for Zachary McKay. In on the forecheck for Rochester. Zach Bouchier, there's a shot. Back to the point. DeFranco fired one through. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Now it goes back. Top of the circle. Here's Levtov working his way in low. Now up the far side. Trying to make his way through. Here's Zachary McKay. A nice play by Levtov to steal that puck away. 3:56 left here in the first period. Puck lofted on back down, chasing after it. It was Zarzicki. Now up through center. Here comes Ryan Jaros. He's dangerous. Throws another puck on net. He's already scored once today. On to Swenson. Back up to the point. Couple of pucks fired on the net of Austin Petty. Able to make a couple of stops there. Now into the near corner it goes. Tying up Swenson. Parker Hodges in the mix as well. Poking and prodding and stabbing away at it. Now it's kicked up and through center. Here comes Hodges. Tried to drop it back there for Schneider. Nothing doing. Now up the near side, breaking it on the right wing. Here comes Burns. Takes a shot. And an easy stave there for Austin Petty with the mitt. Snares that one with the big glove at 3:06 remaining here in the first period. It's a 3-1 Rochester lead. A surprising start. LTU certainly did not expect this. It's been a result of more than a couple of power plays so far and man advantages in favor of Rochester. Here's a puck skied down the ice back to the Rochester end. Racing in after it for LTU, Connor Victory. And he was able to make a buck now in front of the net. Little deke move, trying to poke it in front of the net. It was Mitchell McCalsey. Did they score? Net is off its moorings. No indication here. And they'll say no goal. It never quite got through. Net came off its moorings. There was a moment there where Hosko appeared to be out of the blue paint, and McCalsey appeared to have a real advantageous situation, but at the end of the day, they'll face it off to the left of the net of Hosko. LTU takes the face-off. Another shot in front of the net there. Bouncing puck gets away, and another big save. Hosko now into there. Connor Victory put up another puck in front of the net. Doing a nice job of winning those battles in front of the net early on here for LTU in these final couple of minutes of the first period. Now to the near side, left circle. McCulsey got it on over. A shot taken there off the pad. It was taken by Jason Tyre, who's gotten some good looks here. Now a good look there from Namovsky that goes off a leg and back up to the point. And drops back down into that near corner. Stick handling here. Tyre got it back to Namovsky, who fired a shot on net off the pad of Hosko. Now a bouncing puck. Kabashinsky trying to get there for Rochester. Appears as though he has the puck on his stick. Tried to get out of there. We'll get a stop in play. This will be a man advantage for LTU. We might go back to, scratch that, we might go back to 4-on-4 refs conversing. We will have ourselves some more 4-on-4 hockey. We've seen these situations go in favor of Rochester so far today, as a shot thrown on there by Schlucker. Now and around the net, here's DeFranco for Rochester. Up the far side, looking to break out of his own zone. To the red line. Now breaking in. Here's Rochester potential 2-on-1. Shot off the post. And LTU dodges another bullet there. Now here comes Schluter. Looking for reinforcements. Dropped it back. A big hit late on there to stop that rush from Jaros. Jaros has had a productive performance thus far for Rochester. And here comes Rochester once more. A nice play there to fend off any chance there from Zachary McKay. Now to the far side, over-skating the puck. Dylan Namovsky, but they ended up getting it back. Up the right wing, 4-on-4. 1 minute remaining in the period. Here's a shot in behind the net. Now Rochester takes it. It's Trevor Pody. Lofted up to the red line. After it, here's Schluter. The 5'10", 175-pound junior makes his way in, up to the point. Schneider walks the line, fires it in right into the glove of Hosko. Rochester is currently on a 6-game losing streak. And you'd expect them, as we said earlier, to have confidence coming into this one, knowing they won the first matchup. It was a high-scoring affair, 6-5. Don't expect these to be the last pair of goals that we see today. Currently a 3-1 Rochester lead. There's another shot in front of the net there. And here's Swenson up the left wing, breaking in. Back for LTU. Nurkinen and Flood. Able to halt the opportunity there. 17 seconds remaining. A puck goes fluttering by Austin Petty. Now sent down the ice and cleared. Have about 18 seconds or 15 seconds remaining of 4-on-4 action when we come back in the second period. A big collision on the end boards there. Slow to get up, an LTU player trying to make out the number here. It appears to be Edward Flood. And that'll lead to another Rochester penalty, giving a just 2 seconds remain in the period, though, so this will leak over into the second. Some confusion here on the ice. Austin Petty not on the net. They pulled him. Just 2 seconds remaining here again, but Ken Gaffney having a discussion with the referee. The goalie is pulled. He's testifying that this should allow a 5-on-3. And we'll have a 5-on-3 situation here. A shot there, and that'll wrap up the period. Ooh, if they had a little bit more time there, it might have been a pretty good opportunity right in the blue paint. But we'll get a break here on the LTU Sports Network, home of Blue Devil Athletics. The Blue Devils trail 3-1, but they'll be on the power play when we come back for the middle frame. you back here into the LT Sports Network, home of Blue Devil Athletics. Your Blue Devils trail by a score of 3-1. With power play time still left here on the man advantage. Rochester struck first a couple of minutes into this one, and then LTU answered with Thomas Schneider scoring the lone goal for the Blue Devils, as there's a shot thrown on net there. And then a couple of man advantage goals from Rochester really opened it up a little bit. Still certainly not out of reach for Lawrence Tech. Blue Devils are averaging over 4 goals a game. They only have one now, hoping to hit that 4 mark today. They trail 3-1 as Rochester looks to kill off this man advantage. All the way around, and Austin Petty. Now Zachary Mills in the net. Austin Petty swapped out, and we see a goalie swap for the Blue Devils here. Around the net of Hosko goes Schluter, who had a nice first period. Now back up to the top of the circle. Edward Flood taps it in. LTU trying to work in deep here. Goes back up for off the leg of Namovsky. Wasn't quite expecting that there. 18:52 remaining here in the second period. 49 seconds left on the man advantage. Zachary Mills out of Carleton Place, Ontario, Notre Dame Catholic High School in the net right now for LTU. Faceoff will come to the left of Mills. LTU gets a change there. Now here's Namovsky. He's been quite the goal scorer for LTU this year. Has to hop off the ice there, and a new line back on. Schluter dumps the puck in and goes in with speed. Now up and cleared again by Rochester. Off to a good start on this penalty kill in the second period here. Now up the far side here, Schluter. Lead pass up for McKay. He was cut off, got by the defense. Laid a puck in front, bouncing puck. And now it goes to the right circle. Around his own net, here is Luke Zarkiski. Here's a puck fired off the end boards by McKay. And rolling back down to the opposite end. Schluter will chase after it. Schneider, among others, will step off the ice. Change as well on the Rochester side. Miles Letov, he's been dangerous so far for Rochester. Up the boards, to the red line it goes. A big collision on the near side. Now played back, LTU trying to get something going. Trying to carve his way through. Roman Reiner couldn't get anything going there. That was similar to how we saw Schneider score earlier today. And meanwhile, Jaros fires a puck wide of the net, bounces off the end boards, ricocheted all the way up to the point, and now back and down low it goes. In the mix there, Nurkanen. Be around the puck. A lot of ice time tonight. There's the puck fired wide, batted down. And we'll go back in the neutral ice here. It's been a physical match. Bullet from the point there, sent in by Zach Bourchier. Now to the corner goes for Bourchier once more. Tried to lay it in front for Kapuscinski. Now back up to the blue line. Bouncing around. LTU unable to get a hold of it. Now it'll flutter back into the Rochester end. goes back up to the red line. Fired on across. Here's Brashear trying to make his way out, but Hodges was able to throw it right back around out of his net. Hosko, he flicks it up off the boards. Right onto the stick of Austin Fulmer, who did a nice job to keep it in. .15-12 remaining here in the second period. It's a 3-1 Rochester lead. Rochester takes the draw. Now they'll try to control it in behind the net. Both teams jousting for the puck there, and out of the scrum, it came to Miles Levtov. Now on back around, DeFranco trying to get out. LTU doing a nice job of holding Rochester on their own end here, but here is Levtov. Flicks it in, and chasing after it goes DeFranco. Now he throws it on to the near side. Up there, Jaros. Swenson was in the mix as well. Now here's McKay trying to move his way up. It down. It was almost gloved into the hand of Mikulski. Around the net, there's Hosko. He drops it off. Moving across the ice and up through the middle here is Trevor Pody. Took a shot, and it goes over top and out of play. Face-off goes up to the point. Now tapped on back into the corner. Nurkinen has it. He'll send it around the boards. Schluter might have not been expecting that pass. Now it trickles on back in behind the net of Mills. Mills swapped in for the second period after LTU gave up 3 goals in the first. 2 of them came on the power play. Now here's a puck fired across. On one skate, Zarzicki never really got a hold of it, but a bouncing puck in front of the net and laying out, trying to hold it there. Mills able to cover it up. 13:36 remaining here in the second period. A 3-1 Rochester lead. Both teams will take this opportunity to get fresh skates back out on the ice. It'll be Sean Adam and Parker Hodges. Laying it hidden behind there, Kabushinski. LTU throws it across. Played up ahead, Hodges, it was behind him and he never really saw it. So it goes back into the LTU end, they'll try to settle it down once more. Now up ahead to the red line, bounces on back down into the Rochester end. Out of his net, Hoskett. Chasing it after it, Novofsky along with Hodges. Here's a puck in the slot area. Now on to the far half boards. Back into neutral ice for Dylan Novofsky. Blue line, puck fired in. Hoskett all the way and just dropped it off there for Luke Zarzicki, brother of Jake Zarzicki. On across here, up the right wing, trying to make his way in, Austin Fulmer. He throws it on in behind the net, and Haas sweeps it on over. Now in they go. Here's Sean Adam trying to get it out. Couldn't quite do it. Puck thrown across and kept in. Nurkinen will try to skate after it. Was able to keep it in once more. Now around the boards it goes. That's Zarzicki. Up ahead. Now on across, and Rochester achieves their goal of getting it out of their own end there. They toss it back into the LTU zone. Fresh skates get on the ice for Rochester. Here's McKay. He was looking for McCalsey. To the red line it goes and squirted on down the ice. Hosk held, and some extracurriculars after. There was a little bit of bumping into Hosk, and DeFranco came over to assert himself. Next 6 games we played here at Southfield Sports Arena for LTU. It's certainly an advantageous time for the Blue Devils looking to jump on this. They have played considerably better on the home ice. 9-2 at home, just 1-8 on the road this year. Not quite sure how to explain that, but they're certainly happy to be back on the home ice. Out the other way, a shot off the post, taken by DeFranco. Now up the far side, LTU trying to make a rush of their own. In all alone, looking to kick the puck, never quite got free. That was Jason Tyre. Now in the far corner, scooting around the net and setting it up here, Borchier. There's a turnover right in front, puck, rebound, they score! LTU cuts the lead to 1. It's now a 3-2 game with 11:06 to play here in the second period. A big rebound right into the back of the net. Hosk was pulled out of his position, and they cut this lead down. So a big goal there. LTU averaging 4 goals a game. If they can get to that mark, and we're back underway. Here's a 2-on-1. Unable to get a hold of it though, but decided to put the puck in front of the net. That was Joseph Swenson. Now back out the other way. End-to-end action now. Puck thrown on the net. There was Shane Gamrat moving in on the left wing side. The 5'11", 170-pound senior civil engineering major. He's done a nice job for the Blue Devils this year with 10 goals. Had some open ice there, although they will get a face-off here coming in the Rochester end. Here's a puck that flutters high up into the netting and out of play. 10:41 remaining here in the second period. It's a 3-2 Rochester lead. LTU coming off wins over Schoolcraft. As we have a referee getting taped up here. Both of those wins were a bit different. The first one came by a score of 15-3. That was on the home ice here at Southfield Sports Arena. The second one played in Redford was a 4-3 game. Still a win at the end of the day for LTU. But you can notice that that kind of epitomizes the difference between home and away games this year for LTU. They look to get back to that form that they were in that first meeting with Schoolcraft. They've played well to open up the second period. Almost 10 minutes in here. The middle frame, puck thrown on across. Now fired in off the end boards. Chasing in after this one, Shane Gamrat. Laid his body out in there for Rochester. Brian Fonseca. Now Rochester looks to break out. Moving in, it was Swenson. Never really had anybody in there with him. Now the puck falls back into the Rochester end. 10 minutes to play. We've hit the halfway mark as we get another line change here. Here's Fonseca colliding with Schluter. A couple of guys that have had an impact on this one so far. Now breaking in here, McNulty, and an offsides called. A little over anxious there. Thomas Schneider, who might have been looking for his second goal had he received a pass on that play. So it'll be Kabashinsky and Parker Hodges. Kabashinsky wins the draw. Now over to Tursov. Now on the far side, breaking it on the left wing. Here comes LTU. A nice defensive play there, though, made by Sean Adam to cut things off. Puck sent down the ice ahead of Adam. Nurkinen is back for LTU. Plays this one ahead. Unable to quite break in there. They're fluttering on in. Haas gets it on his paddle and decides to hold it up. LTU currently on a 7-game winning streak. It's the longest current streak in the WAC Conference. The Blue Devils have won 7 in a row after losing 7 in a row in a span that went from October 22nd to November 18th. Since then, they haven't lost, and looking to continue that streak today. They currently trail by 1 goal. Here's Burns. He takes a big hit there from Connor Victory. Here's the puck down the right wing side. A collision there on the end boards, and the puck pops back out to the point. Now in front of the net, in behind they go. Floating back with it here, Mike DeFranco. His pass was intercepted, but it ended up getting through. And now on the left wing, here comes Zach Borschier. Curls back around, looks for someone in front of the net. Couldn't quite hit his man. It was Zarzicki who never really got anything off there. The dangerous Jake Zarzicki was in front of the net, and now we go back into the Rochester end. LTU on a change there. Jumping over the puck, looking to get to it. Here is Thomas Schneider. Plays in front, in the slot, a shot just wide. That was taken by Tyre. Now Rochester looking to break out here. Here comes Zarzicki on the right wing side. He was hit by Nurkinen. A nice effort there from Nurkinen to seal things off. And now the look for a potential 3-on-2, maybe a 4-on-2. And there's a shot taken on the right wing by Hodges, right into the belly of Osk. With 7:48 remaining here in the second period, it's a 3-2 Rochester lead. McKay will face it off here with Ryan Jaros. Zarzicki tried to sweep it over before getting hit. Got it over to Swenson. Now quarterback things behind his own net. In on the forecheck, a few LTU players. Swenson. Now back over to Brian Fonseca. Got it up there. LTU did a nice job on the forecheck to keep the puck in. Now it goes back to Fonseca. He fanned on an attempt to get it out. And LTU might have another advantage there. Just a puck that's thrown wide there from McKay. And now it flutters back on out of play. 7:15 remaining here in the second period. It's LTU with the lone goal here in the middle frame. They've done a nice job over these last couple of minutes, putting pressure on the Rochester end. There's a shot that hit off a leg and went wide. Into the near corner, a scrum for it. Puck comes loose. Namovsky was in the mix. Now it goes just wide of the net. Connor Victory behind the net, looking to chase after it. McCulsey there, and he pokes it off the end boards. Jason Tier tried to poke something in there and couldn't quite get free for a wraparound. Now around the net. Here it goes back for Rochester. Brian Fonseca. He was hit against the boards. And LTU really doing a nice job here. Almost feels like we're on a power play. Swenson able to get it out. Namovsky kicks open ice. Lead pass up ahead. And well out of his net, there's Mills with a smart play to cover it, the freshman goalie from Carleton Place, Ontario. .620 remaining here in the middle frame. Change of lines. For Rochester, we see Adam and Leftov back out in the ice. And here's the winger. Adam with it. Sends it around. Chasing after it, Leftov. But he was beat out by Ryan Paulus, who was able to get it around the net. Now a puck sent back down into the Rochester end. DeFranco skates after it and an icing called. Adam went down as he went for the puck there, and now it goes back out into neutral ice. Advantage LTU coming up the ice here. A long shot, potential rebound attempt, nothing there. Back into the point, nice job to keep it in there by Edward Flood. Now the puck goes back down into the near corner. Up to the point, Flood lays a hit, but the puck got away from them. And up here, Kabashinsky, he was sealed off by Nurkanen. Well out of his net, Mills. Kabashinsky went spiraling down. Now here comes LTU. In here is Roman Reiner. Holds up. Sends one into the high slot. And now we get a stop and play. Delayed penalty. And now LTU will go on the man advantage. With 5:18 to play here in the second period. Looking to tie this one up. A big layup coming here. Power play goals on the year for LTU. 14% is fourth in the WAC. They'll look to make something of it here, though, and throw out the numbers. With 5:18 remaining. It'll be a 5-minute major. And LTU with a serious opportunity here to knot things up. There's a 5-minute cross-checking on Kabashinsky, and he is now disqualified. As the puck is played in down low. That's a sizable loss for Rochester in this one. There's a puck fired from the top of the circle. Rebound goes out to Connor Victory. Now back up to the point it goes. Puck right on the net. Unable to hold it was Haas. He thought he had it and ended up dropping it right in front there. Now back up it goes for McKay. He dumps it in. Chasing after it. There's Drake Gentile right in front. They score! And it's knotted up on the power play. LTU jumps right on that opportunity, and we have a tie hockey game. Another thriller being played between these two teams. The first matchup was 6-5 in favor of Rochester. We've already got a total of 6 goals here with 4:25 remaining here in the second period. And this 4:07
Lawrence
Goal was scored by Shane Gamret. That's his 11th of the year. Momentum beginning to shift in the favor of LTU. Another penalty. Rochester charged with slashing, and now we go to the 5-on-3. For a minute and 50 seconds. A serious advantage here for LTU. Parker Hodges on the far wing. Plays it back for Namovsky. He looks right in front of the red and able to cover quickly is Hask. So they tie it. LTU does, and now another big opportunity for the next 1 minute and 40 seconds with 5-on-3 to potentially take the lead. It would be their first lead of the game if the Blue Devils can do so. Puck goes back for Schluter, now on a cross from McKay, top of the circle, back over Schluter. He'll direct traffic. Now to the left circle it goes for Austin Fulmer. Plays it in down low. Back up, shot taken by Gamret. He's already scored today, scored a goal. Now the puck is swept on into the opposite corner. Back up for Schluter, now on to Gamret. Far side, shot taken, deflected off a stick into the near corner. 1:05 remaining here on the 5-on-3. 3:26 remaining here in the second period. It's a 3-3 game. Back up to the point it goes. Here's Schluter looking, one-timer off the pad. Into the near corner it goes. DeFranco on the defense. Here's the puck, held by Hask. And fresh skates onto the ice for Lawrence Tech along with Rochester. Rochester just trying to limp out of these penalties now. This is kind of how it felt in the second period, but the opposite direction in favor of Rochester. They were the ones on the power play, really putting pressure, what felt like endless power plays, and man advantages in favor of Rochester. Now the tables have turned here. Tail end of the second period. Puck goes back down for Mills to tap it off to Namovsky. He curls around his own net. Looking ahead, here's Namovsky with speed, breaking into the zone, takes it end to end. A little backhander shot, flutters back and he gets his own rebound on the other side. Now over, trying to keep it in, they do. Namovsky plays it on across, little tap pass. Here's a shot taken, never got through, and it's bounced back out into neutral ice. 2:10 to go on this power play. The 5-on-3 will wrap up here, and we might have a breakaway opportunity. It's Zarzinski in all alone. Was he robbed? He never got through. Zarzinski found himself with a potential shorthanded opportunity, and Mills comes up big there. No, they'll say the puck did go through. The refs conversed. The puck never got through there. And a nice job there from Mills. Now LT looking to get things going once more. Bit of a confusion at the other end. Delayed call. For a moment we thought that the puck didn't get in, and we thought it went in. And now we are obviously confirmed that we are still at a 3-3 hockey game with 1:21 left here on the man advantage for LTU as the puck goes back into the LTU end. Parker Hodge is able to clean things up there. 1:30 remaining here in the second period. Puck fired down by McKay, right into the glove of Hask. Another faceoff will come to the left of Hask. Parker Hodges able to take the draw. Back up to the point it goes for McNulty, who played it back to Hodge. All the way down the ice, Mills played it right into the glove of Swenson, who threw it behind the net. 45 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Final 60 seconds of the middle frame. Coming in here, McNulty around the net. Back up to the point. And on to the blue line. There's a shot thrown on net. Over top from Nemovsky. And now a chance here, Swenson. Back is McNulty. There's a shot off the blocker of Mills. The freshman goalie doing a nice job. Swenson lays a check there on McCloskey, who will now hold up in behind his own net the dying seconds of this power play in the final half minute of this second period. Time continues to tick. Back out the other way, chasing after this puck, but unable to beat out Mills was number 9, Zach Bouchier. Now the puck back into the Rochester end. Thrown across, Bouchier sweeps it on out. He was looking for Zarzicki. Zarzicki couldn't quite get the position, and that'll wrap up the second period. It's a 3-3 game. LTU knots it up, and we'll be right back here on the LTU Sports third period. back for the third period of hockey here on the LTU Sports Network, home of Blue Devil Athletics. It's a 3-3 game. We're in for a fun final period. LTU scored 2 in the second to knot things up. Here's Zarzik, plays it on back. Jaros, he scored once today. Rochester scored 2 in the first period to give themselves a 3-1 lead, and back on the man advantage in that second period. Really took advantage of the power play. Now racing out, here's Parker Hodges with speed, breaking in, backhander right into the net of Haas. Now the faceoff will come to the right of Haas. Gamrat tries to get that one. Goes up to Nomovsky. LTU really put the pressure on when they were in the Rochester end in that second period. Now Zarziski plays it up ahead. There's a shot, and then they score. TJ Burns, his second of the year. Rochester leaks out in behind the defense and starts this third period out with a goal less than a minute in. Now LTU will have to rebound here once more as they give up an early goal as they did back in the first period. Remember, this Rochester team allowing 5 goals per game, but they're scoring a little under 2. They're playing above their level today. As we expected coming into this one, they are playing with a ton of confidence. They know that they pulled off a win over LTU in that first matchup. A high puck bounces in behind the net of Mills, who just gave up his first goal of the day. Came in the second period as a reinforcement this afternoon. He's done a good job thus far, although that puck on the breakaway opportunity gives Rochester a 4-3 lead. Now the Warriors will look to apply pressure here in the Blue Devil end. Puck goes behind the net. Flood trying to get out. Bouncing puck in front of the net of Mills. Swenson tried to sweep it away. Another dangerous opportunity there. But here's LTU breaking in. Lofting a puck right into the net of Hosk. It was number 9 Roman Reiner, the senior forward from Rochester, Michigan, out of Clarkston High School. Roman Reiner, a computer science major, with 3 goals and 4 assists on the year. Able to get LTU a chance here in the Rochester defensive zone, although the puck jolts out here back into the LTU end. Chasing after it, here is Dylan Nomovsky in behind his own net, facing pressure on the back check from number 13, Trevor Pode. Now it goes back up to the point. A shot fired off a body. It went off of Pode into the near corner. Swenson was there. Nomovsky scooped it back out. Now up the left wing side. Here comes Parker Hodges with speed. There's a shot off the glass. Sent back down, a big check on the far side. Although LTU keeps possession here, Mackey drops it back in for McNulty, who is behind the net. And there for Rochester, Luke Zarzicki. And now Rochester will have a chance to settle it down here. Zarzicki fires it ahead, the junior defenseman. Although LTU will have the advantage here, getting right back into the zone, just barely avoiding an offsides call there. Jumping in there was Thomas Schneider. He scored a goal today. Puck fired into the far corner and out the near boards. Here comes Rochester. Sealed off the blue line. A nice job from Mackey. And Nurkinen was also in on the defense there. Now a lead pass up ahead. Gliding in, looking to put the puck in, but unable to do so. It was Drake Gentile. And Gentile gets it back. Fires another one. Just wide right of the net. Now back around it goes. Check laid on Mackey. Here is Mackey walking up the boards, cycles it back, right in front of the blue paint. It almost got to the goal line, but held by Hask. 17 minutes remaining here in the third and final period of regulation. It's a 4-3 Rochester lead off a goal that was scored under a minute in by TJ Burns. It was Burns' second of the year. Now the faceoff will come to the left of the net of Hosk. Rochester comes away with that draw. Now trying to get it across, but a nice job by LTU to intercept that pass. And what an icing called here. 16:48 remaining in the third period. LTU has already come back from down 2 goals in this one. Now looking to tie it up once more. LTU has not led yet today, but the main focus right now is getting things knotted up before. There's a bouncing puck. Couple of shots on the net of Mills. Couple of big saves from Mills. Able to keep the puck out of the net. Mills coming up huge with about 16:45 remaining here. Now at the red line, LTU breaks in. Puck intercepted. Errant pass there from Jason Tyre. Now on the near wing, it's Zarzicki. There's a shot over top. It was taken by Zach Borshi. Now looking to break out here is Tyre once more. Crisscrossing in on the left wing. Tyre finds some open ice. Oh, that just barely went wide. It was an opportunity there for Mitchell McCulsey. Now back to the red line. Puck fired in once more off the padding of Hosk. Tyre went flying in. Here is Tyre with the puck in that near corner. Back up it goes. Unable to get a grasp on it. Alex Schluter, who's had himself a nice game today. Now on a cross. The puck goes. Messing things up a little bit for LTU. There was Trevor Pody. And Trevor Pody made a nice play there for Rochester to get it back down. 15:40 remaining here in this third and final period. It's a 4-3 Rochester lead. We'll go back down into the Rochester end for this face-off. It'll be Shane Gambrat centering this line for LTU. Unable to take the draw there, though. Breaking out here on the left wing. It's Mike DeFranco looking to make his way in, gliding around the net. Nurkinen tried to make an effort at it. Puck thrown on net. Rebound. Right and onto the end boards. Now here comes LTU up ahead. Here's Mackey. A nice job there by DeFranco to seal any opportunity off that Mackey might have had. Now the puck drifted back. Off the turnover, they score. That's the second time LTU has turned it over in front of their own net, and now they trail by 2 goals. Scoring there, Ryan Jaros, his second of the day. And this time gets in an advantageous position. Rochester looking to snap a 6-game losing streak, 2 with 15:06 to play. Ryan Jaros picks up his 8th goal of the year and his 2nd on the day. Puck goes back here for Luke Zarzicki. He plays it on across. Back and in behind the net from Brian Fonseca. Ryan Jaros really making an impact today. Here's Borshear dropping it back. Now here's a puck fired on the end boards. In behind the net, LTU scooping it around in desperate need of goals right now. They've already come back from down a 2-goal deficit today, but can they do that again with just 14:39 remaining here in regulation? In behind the net, Namovsky played it into the near corner for Connor Victory. Now here's Namovsky once again at the top of the circle, harassed and poked and prodded at. Now here's a puck. It went off a body. In the slot, Jason Tyre, his shot never got through. Now on the near side, Namovsky around the net, played up ahead. Puck just softly trickles back to the red line. Fired in there by Alex Schluter. Both teams get a change. At his own line, there's Jason Tyre. 13:45 now remaining here in the final period of regulation. Puck off the boards into the red line. Alton play here. This third period has had a nice rhythm to it. And one crucial turnover in their own end from LTU has given Rochester a 2-goal lead. Rochester with 2 goals in this period. Rink wide pass. Here's Ryan Jaros. He might have had intentions for a hat trick. Cut down this lead. Trying to make his way in there, Edward Flood. Puck is jabbed back out on into the LTU end, and that'll lead to new lines hitting the ice here. Puck fed on across. Blast from the blue line, whistles wide. Now it's from Namovsky. Schneider trying to make an impact. Trying to knife the defense there. It was Zarzicki. Schneider scored 1 today. Here's the puck, drops back off to Namovsky. That puck definitely did not get through there. And now in the near corner, a joust for the puck. It was Schluter in the mix. Here's the puck from McNulty. Grabbed down by Schneider in front of the net. Never really got a shot off there, but a sequence that could have had some potential. 12:08 to play with a 5-3 Rochester lead. Parker Hodges plays it on across. Namovsky backhands one. They had intentions there and never got through. Now here's Rochester with an opportunity right in front of the net. Mills was pulled out of position. Net is off its moorings, and we'll get a stop and play. Rochester almost had this game at 6-3. .48 to play. LTU's 7-game winning streak in danger. It's been the WAC conference games that have really been a struggle for whatever reason this year for this Blue Devil NAIA team. 0-4 in the conference. Dead last behind Rochester at 1-4. Michigan Dearborn leads the way. Rochester will play Michigan Dearborn in their next game. The front end of a home. Puck gets back out to the slot. Tapped on in. Another opportunity. Mills had to reach out there to protect the net. Back up to the point. DeFranco flutters one in that just barely stayed in play. High up on the boards. And now we get a stop and play. And a penalty coming here. This appears to be on LTU. So 11:31, it'll be another man advantage for Rochester. They've scored twice in the power play tonight. They have definitely played one of the better games of their season thus far. Not to the delight of Blue Devil fans. Here's Jaros. He's been a big part of the reason Rochester currently holds a 2-goal lead. Out of his net, Hosk swindles this one up into neutral ice. DeFranco scoots around. LTU in desperate need of a good penalty kill here. 10:43 remaining here in the second period. 50 seconds into this power play. And we'll get an icing call. Rochester was 0-6 at the time when they upset LTU earlier in the season. They're currently on a 6-game losing streak, looking to pull off another upset here. What would probably be considered a bigger upset than that first one. The refs conversing. It'll be 5-on-3 action here. Unclear of what the penalty was, but nonetheless we'll have 1:02 left of this 5-on-3. There's a puck that goes out of play. So it was Edward Flood, 2 minutes for slashing. It led us to this current disadvantageous situation for LTU. Puck goes out, on across. Fonsenko up to Zarzicki. A shot was put on net there by Bouchier. Here's Bouchier once more, left circle, back up to Zarzicki. Scans, now sends it over to Fonsenko. On across. Bouchier never got a hold of it, and LTU is able to clear the zone. LTU will also get some fresh skates on the ice. So will Rochester. Here comes Bouchier. Lays it up ahead for Swenson. Swenson moves in hot. A nice defensive job there from Schluter. Defending two players. Alex Schluter very active with that stick. And nice job from Schluter there. As the puck is played back in down low now for Swenson. Bouchier threw one back out to the point, hopped off a stick. Now a shot from the blue line. Rebound, Swenson. Mills was laid out. Puck never got on net air. Period. 28 seconds remain on this 5-on-3 hockey. LTU a chance to clear here, and they do just that. Out of his net, Hosk. Just 12 seconds remaining on this 5-on-3 man advantage. This is where LTU struggled earlier in the game. A nice job to steal the puck there and flicking it up and in, looking to chip and chase. It was number 18, Shane Gamrat. A 170-pound senior, Gamrat. Gets played back onto the end boards. Bullet off the end boards, goes back up to the point. Here is Austin Fulmer throwing it across. Tapped back into the corner. Brian Fonseca unable to keep it in there. Dylan Namovsky, and now they'll chase back after it with 8:13 to play. We've seen much wilder things happen in the game of hockey. LTU in search of a comeback here. Floating back, Namovsky. Now plays it up ahead. Went behind Shamrat, but he ended up getting it right back. And he scores! Shane Gamrat to cut the deficit to 1 with 7:48 to play. They were looking for Gamrat all the way. And now just a 1-goal game. Shane Gamrat nets his 11th goal of the season. And these two teams are playing another thriller. High-scoring affair here at Southfield Sports Arena. We're back underway, and LTU with the momentum now after killing off a big 5-on-3. Down on the ice, though, at the other end with his helmet off. I believe that's DeFranco. He is slow to get up, helmet off. with 7:41 remaining here. DeFranco. The play was beginning to head back out the other way on the right wing.
Goal scored by number 18, Shane Cameron. Assisted by number 22, Dylan Domowski. Time of the goal was 7:48 in the third period.
No penalty call. Will stay at even strength on both sides. Momentum feeling like it's beginning to shift back in the favor of LTU. This has been a momentum-filled game off of power plays, and this time the 5-on-3 disadvantage goes in favor of LTU. They kill off that power play for Rochester. Now they appear to be feeding off the momentum. The goal from Shane Gamrat cuts it to a 1-goal deficit with 7:26 to play. Passes up ahead for Parker Hodges. He overskated it, but got it back. Sent a soft blast into the slot area. Played back on a cross. Up the boards and out. Zarzicki couldn't quite get it out. Shot was put on the net by Parker Hodges. And holding here is Haska. .6:59 remaining here in the third and final period of regulation. Shane Gamrat back out on the ice, centering this top line for LTU. Here's Namovsky, whistles one wide, back up to the point. Nurkinen keeps it in. That one shoots wide in the far corner. Namovsky tries to do his best to keep it in. He stole the puck away. Couldn't quite make his way to the net though. Went sliding down onto the boards, and we'll get a stop and play here. Penalty coming. Namovsky went sliding down to the ice. But it'll be Namovsky headed to the box in frustration. So once again, LTU will have to kill off a penalty here to stay alive with 6:39 remaining here in the third period. It's Dylan, one of LTU's best weapons with 13 goals on the year, 20 points total. As a freshman, he's been spectacular. Chasing after this puck, it is Levtov. Levtov able to curl his way through, played one back into the LTU end, and now a collision there. Slipping was Schluter, and now here's Levtov going back after it. Clash of sticks on the left circle, now in front of the net. Bourget was taken down, now played back into the corner, right in front. No goal, I think it went off the post. There's another shot on the net. LTU stays alive, 1:16 remaining on this penalty. 5:52 remaining here in the third and final period of regulation. And this puck is gunned down the ice. LTU did a nice job of killing off the power play the last time they faced this situation. Here's DeFranco putting up gingerly after I think he took a stick to the face. And now to the near corner, DeFranco throws a puck in front of the net. Bouncing puck flutters down the ice. Parker Hodges skating after it. Shorthanded opportunity, they couldn't quite get it through. Where's the puck? It's finally held. So with 5:19 to play, it'll be a face-off coming to the right of Hask. Floats through neutral ice. Out on the far side, trying to make his way over. Here's Zachary McKay. He had the puck poked free. A nice play there made by Jaros. Jaros has been all over the place today, and he glides in behind the net. 4:55 now remaining here in this third and final period. Up in the high slot area it goes for Fonseca. He took a shot. Another shot taken there by Jaros. That whistled wide right. Now Fonseca lofts one in out of his net. Here's Mills. LTU kills off the penalty, and we're back to full strength as Namovsky steps out of the box. Now in behind his own net. Probing and scanning, looking to get it ahead. LTU having trouble getting it out of their own zone here. Boucher made a nice play for Rochester there. Now up the far side, Parker Hodges couldn't quite step through, had the puck stolen from him there. It's Connor Victory. And now on the near side, a shot thrown wide. Up to the point. Fonseca played in behind the net. In that near corner, Zachary McKay rattles one up the half boards. Now into the near corner it goes. And LTU finally gets this puck out of the zone. Up through neutral ice in the left wing. Here's Ryan McNulty down the left wing side, gliding in. A puck went wide right. Remaining here, and a nail biter here on the LTU Sports Network, home of Blue Devil Athletics. It's a 1-goal deficit for LTU. Puck is dropped back for Namovsky. It's fired into the far corner. Now curling around, Jaros plays it near side for DeFranco. Up ahead, they had Swenson, but it was out ahead of his reach. And Nurkinen was back, but an icing called. That'll send the puck back down to the Rochester end. LTU at times have been able to put pressure on, and they'll look to do that here. Face-off goes back to Namovsky. He takes a shot, and stretched out is Hask to cover that up. With 3:18 to play here in the third and final period of regulation in this back and forth affair. Face-off coming here on the left circle. And they'll swap out Jason Tyre for Connor Victory, the sophomore out of St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Back it goes to Namovsky. He's looking. A nice job there up the near boards from Rochester. And behind the net, Tyre might have had something there. Now onto the far boards it goes. Trying to curl his way in, but took a hit. It was Connor Victory. And that puck jolted out into neutral ice. Rochester now looking to make their way up. Puck floats back down onto the stick of the defenseman Nurkinen, who plays it up ahead from McCalsey. That pass was intercepted in neutral ice. A nice hit there to jolt it back out. Now in behind his own net, here's Alex Schluter. Plays it up ahead. Down the ice. Puck intercepted once more. Breakaway. Here's Zarzicki. Took a shot. And if that went in, this thing might have been all but over. In behind the net, Zarzicki once more. And unable to get that puck out in front, but he handles it now. With 2:09 remaining here. You wonder when we'll see Mills get pulled, if he does. Puck fired in. Zarzicki there, along with Nurkinen up the near side. Played back and down low. Nurkinen, LTU desperately trying to get it out of their own end. Nurkinen rattles it around up the far half boards. Now it does get out, but no reinforcements were in the neutral ice. They do get fresh skates on the ice here, and so will Rochester. As in his own end, Luke Zarzicki, he played it up. Pass is intercepted in neutral ice. Now up ahead, a shot that didn't get through. It was off a stick. Now Zarzicki has it once more. Final 1:18 now. Mills still in his net. Crunch time here at Southfield Sports Arena, and we'll get a stop in play. And advantage for LTU. The penalty will be in with 1:11 to play here in the third and final period. LTU will go on the power play for the final minute 11. Swenson to the box. We've had a fun one today here on the LTU Sports Network, and we've still got a dramatic minute and 11 seconds to play. Facing off here, Shane Gamrat and Zach Borschier. Zach Borschier takes the draw, and that puck flutters out of play off the high netting.
2 minutes for cross-check. Time penalty was 1:11 in the third period.
1:08 to play now, and another face-off coming. Again, Borschier able to win that face-off. It was a big face-off win. Mills is out of his net, and that puck just goes wide of the empty net. LTU with an extra player out on the ice right now, and an open net. Puck goes into the far corner. It's a 6-on-4. Offsides here will bring up a neutral zone face-off with 45 seconds remaining. 6-on-4 with the power play, and the goalie pulled for LTU. In on the right wing. They'll fire it into the near corner. Here's Namovsky. Shane Gamrat trying to get the puck loose. Here's McKay around the net. Looking to get a shot off. 26 seconds remain. Played in down low off the boards. 23 seconds. Dylan Namovsky played back to the far side. Rochester with a chance to clear, and a big job to hold it in there. Now one-timer shot off the pad. A big save there made by Hosk. Final 10 seconds. Up to the blue line. LTU couldn't keep it in. Rochester looking to snap a 6-game losing streak. LTU looking to extend a 7-game winning streak. There's a final shot taken, and it's off a body. And LTU falls this afternoon here at Southfield Sports Arena. A little bit of extracurricular activity post-game there, but LTU falls in a tight one. A back-and-forth affair full of momentum changes. At one point they climbed their way back, but the second 2-goal deficit was insurmountable. LTU will be back at home soon. Next weekend, we're back in play. Looking to get back on track. The Blue Devils' 7-game winning streak ends here today to Rochester, saying so long on the LTU Sports Network. I'm Jason Ross Jr., hoping you have a great afternoon.